I raised my nephew for 7 years and never told him his mom was alive. The day my sister handed me her 3-year-old son and walked out the front door, she told me she was going to the pharmacy. That was 7 years ago. She never came back. Tim had a dinosaur backpack and a juice box clutched in his fist. He sat on my couch watching cartoons while I called her phone 47 times, straight to voicemail. Every single time. I filed a missing persons report. I contacted her friends. I drove to every place she had ever mentioned. Nothing. After 6 weeks, the police closed the search. They said she likely left voluntarily. No signs of foul play. No body. Just a woman who walked away from her child and disappeared into thin air. I was 24, single, and working as a dental hygienist. I had a 1-bedroom apartment and a houseplant I could barely keep alive. I was the last person who should have been raising a child. But Tim had her eyes and my grandmother's stubborn chin. And when he crawled into my bed the third night crying for his mom, I made a decision I didn't fully understand yet. I became his legal guardian 6 months later. The paperwork was brutal. The home visits were humiliating. A caseworker sat in my living room eating my cookies and judging whether a 24-year-old with student debt deserved to keep her nephew. She approved us. We figured it out one day at a time. Tim started calling me Auntie Ro, then just Ro. By kindergarten, he told his whole class I was his mom. I corrected him once gently. He looked at me and said, "But you do everything moms do." I didn't correct him again. By the time he was 7, he stopped asking about her. He used to constantly. "Where is she? Why did she leave? Does she think about me?" I gave him safe answers. She had a hard time. She loved you very much. Some people aren't ready to be parents. Some nights I believed about half of it. Then 3 weeks ago, she texted me. I hadn't changed my number in 10 years. Her message came in at 2:17 in the morning. "Hey Ro, I know this is out of nowhere. I've been in recovery for 2 years. I'm doing really well. I would love to reconnect with Tim. I think I'm finally ready." I put my phone face down on the nightstand and stared at the ceiling until sunrise. She was alive. She had been alive this whole time. I want you to understand something. I never told Tim his mother was dead. I never said those words. But I let him build a life around her absence like it was permanent. I let him grieve her and grow through it and come out the other side a whole, healthy, funny 10-year-old kid who makes his own lunches and reads chapter books and has a best friend named Diego and a hamster named Professor Crumbs. I called my therapist before I called my sister back. She said, "You're not obligated to protect her access to him, but eventually he deserves the truth about who he comes from." She paused. "And Ro, so does she, about what she missed." I called my sister on a Tuesday afternoon while Tim was at soccer practice. Her voice sounded completely different. Slower, steadier. She cried within the first minute. She said she was sorry every way a person can say it. I asked where she had been for 7 years and she told me everything. The addiction that got so bad she checked herself into a facility out of state. The shame that made her too afraid to come back. The 2 years of real recovery. The job, the apartment, the sponsor named Dot who told her, "You can't make it right by staying away forever." By the end of the call, I was crying too. Not for me, for Tim. Because here is the part I haven't said out loud yet. I kept the truth from him not just to protect him. Part of it was protecting myself. Because if she came back whole and steady and ready, what did that make me? What did 7 years of lunches and homework and nightmares and soccer games mean if she just walked back in and took him? It meant everything. I know that now. Tim doesn't know yet. I'm telling him this weekend. I've practiced the words in the mirror for 3 days straight. I'm going to tell him his mother is alive, and she is getting better, and she wants to know him if he wants to know her. And then I'm going to let him decide. He deserves that. So does she. And honestly, after everything, so do I.